Hey everyone, Coach Travis Robertson, CEO and founder of Robertson Coaching International, and welcome to today's video where we're going to be talking about how do you create a high impact marketing plan. How do you create a marketing plan that delivers incredible impact, gets your message out in front of the people you want it to reach, and delivers the leads that you need to keep your business growing, to keep the income coming in, and to create consistent, predictable income. Because let's be honest, at the end of the day, what do you want? You want consistent, predictable income. And in real estate, it's really challenging because a lot of people think marketing, it's getting my brand out there, it's getting my message out there. And yeah, that's important. You want your message out there, you want your brand out there, but let's be honest, you're not Coca-Cola, you don't have $1 billion ad budget, so you've got to make every dollar count. You've got to have something that's high impact. It's got to return results, it's got to deliver leads, and you got to be able to see that impact. And so how do we create something that every dollar you're spending, that you're investing, you feel like it's exponentially compounding? Like for every buck you're spending, you're getting $10, $15, $20 in return because what you've created is designed, it's intentional, and it's strategic. See, most people don't have that, right? Most real estate agents, their marketing plan is what we call the spaghetti on walls approach, right? Like, here's a bowl of spaghetti, throw it on the wall, see what sticks, hope it sticks, and see if I can try and reproduce it again next year because I don't really know what worked. And so I just kind of threw a bunch of stuff out there and some things worked, some things didn't, but I don't know what it really was. So we've got to have something that's much more intentional, much more designed, and that's what I want to show you. And this is something that actually, up until this video, I've only ever really taught at our live events. So it's been something I've been teaching now for about 1.5 years, 2 years, is this concept, and it's what we use internally at our company. And so I'm going to actually show you, and it's what we teach our clients, and it's what we teach them about how to create a marketing program, and I call it the integrated marketing program. It's a process that I'm going to teach you, and I'll show you what it looks like, but it's a process where everything you're doing is integrated. Everything that you're doing is strategic, and basically an integrated marketing program is one where every marketing activity appears to be tied to every other marketing activity. So it's kind of a fancy definition, but it's something that basically says that what I'm doing over here actually ties to what I'm doing over here, and it's moving people strategically through the different actions that I want them to take. Another way to think about this is kind of a 360 marketing plan, and this is kind of what it looks like. In the center is the person that you're trying to reach. So some of you, if you've been to our live events or you've seen some of the private webinars or events that I've done, you might recognize this, or if you're a client, you'll definitely recognize this chart, or if you're actually a member of the Real Estate Playbook. If you own the Real Estate Playbook, you've seen this as well because we put that in there last year. So here's what this looks like. In the center is the person that you're trying to reach. This is your target audience. This is the client that you want to reach. Now, most people, it's like, well, I'll send them some direct mail, I'll send them this, I'll send them that, but it's never intentional, it's never strategic. Instead, what we teach people is that this person is not just going to engage with you in one medium. Instead, they're going to be checking their phone, they're going to check their mailbox, they're going to check their inbox, they're going to check their phone, their text messages, their voicemail. There's a lot of different mediums that this person is going to have an opportunity to engage with you to see your message on. But most people just kind of throw everything at them and hope something sticks. Instead, what we need to do is we need to think strategically. Where is this person going to turn so that every time they turn around, every time they pull out their phone, every time they check their mailbox, every time they go to their inbox, there I am with my message. There you are with your message. So what you need to think about, and you don't have to fill all these bubbles in, I'll show you an example one in just a second, is you need to think about, based off of your budget, based off of the time that you have to invest in creating these different circles, where do you want to be when that person turns around? So think about the target audience that you're going after. If your target audience is 65-year-old retirees, you're probably not going to be on Snapchat. You're probably not going to be on Instagram. You're probably not going to, well, my parents have now gotten on Instagram because of the grandkids, but a lot of them are not going to be on those mediums. They're still going to be in their mailbox. They're still going to be in their inbox, their email inbox. So there's a lot of other places they're going to be, and you need to think about, who am I targeting and where do they hang out? Where is their attention going that I can put my message in front of? And some of this can be free. Some of this can be paid. Some of this can be kind of a combination of free and paid. But the idea is, and the reason there's arrows drawn kind of between them, is that if they interact with me here, I want to drive them to another area and then to another area. And the arrows can go multiple directions, by the way. But the idea, I didn't want to clutter up the diagram, so it's just kind of showing you that they're related to each other and that they're going to move between the different mediums. So let's take a look at that. So here's what this kind of looks like. This is a sample one that I created. Now, this is a sample one. So some of you are probably writing them down right now and going, oh my gosh, you know, I need to get all of these things and I need to do all of these things. That's not the case, but let me show you how this would work. Let's say you get a lead and they come in through Zillow or Trulia or Realtor.com. And then you maybe send them an email, right? You send them an email saying, hey, you know, thanks for filling out the form. Got it. I'll be reaching out. Maybe that's a video email, right? And then maybe you're going to place a phone call, right? Which I believe every single one of you should do, is you should make a phone call as quickly as you can. So you're going to call them, and then let's say you leave a voicemail. Right? You don't get a hold of them, so you leave a voicemail. So what do? You shoot them a text message. Now that text message may say, hey, there's more on my website, or would you like a CMA for your home? Would you like to know the estimated value of your home? Well, here's a link, you can go grab that. So I might drive them to my CMA website. Now my CMA website might then link to some social media platforms, or my social media might drive them to my IDX website. So my website might, you know, link to some direct mail. Direct mail might link to my website. So now what I'm going to start doing is moving people through these different circles, so that if they check their mailbox, there I am with direct mail. If they check their social media, there I am with some ads, or with some posts, or with some information, or with a, you know, an ad that's maybe then linking to a CMA website. Or if they're on my CMA website, maybe they get a text message or a phone call when they fill it out. So what I'm trying to do is integrate everything that I'm doing, so that if I'm spending $1 on direct mail, it's not just direct mail that I'm going to impact. I'm going to impact, you know, they're going to get an email from me, a phone call, and then so that dollar that's being spent here is hitting other mediums as well, so that now I don't have to spend $1 with them every time I want to get my message in front of them. I can now do it for free on social, for free by picking up the phone, for free by shooting them a text message, which works amazingly well right now is text messaging, or I can hit them on, you know, Snapchat, or I can hit them on Instagram, or some of the other platforms that are out there. I can start to engage with them based off of the demographic that they're in. So what I want you to do, and what I want you to be thinking about, is how would you fill in these bubbles? And by the way, if you want this diagram, you can click the link below this video, and we'll actually get you this diagram, a blank one, so that you can kind of fill it. In fact, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll put together a blank one, and I'll give you the example one so you can see that as well. So you have that and you can kind of go, okay, what does that look like? And just remember, all the arrows can point different directions. It's not that it's just one direction, but it's just to keep the diagram clean. And what you want to be thinking about is, what are the different mediums? So think about who you're trying to target and think about all the different directions that they're going to turn. Where are they going to turn for information? Where are they going to be throughout the course of the day? And how do you get yourself positioned in front of them so that when they are on that